Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and I'm here now with day 2 of these series of readings that I'm doing that are kind of 2 readings that are focused on us getting a look at what your spirit guides or guardian angels want you to discover right now and or want you to know. What you want to discover or want to know. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to pull the first oracle affirmation card for you to be able to pick your pile from. And then at that point, if you choose to pick from that first card, then you can go ahead and go to the timestamps below. And then after that, I will go ahead and continue with the pile pick the full pile picking, which you may choose to watch or not. It's totally up to you. Oops. Okay, so I'm excited to continue these readings. Yesterday's readings were really beautiful and insightful. I feel like this is for one. This is one. And I have, already prayed over the card, so I'm just kind of speaking to Spirit to give me what we need for pile 2. What do we need for pile 2? And finally for pile 3. And looks like it's this one. All right. So these are going to be the piles in which you can choose from. Again, as I said, I will do the full pile picking next. But pile number 1 will have this opal and this card here. Pile number 2 will have this tiger's eye and this card. And pile number 3 will have this lapis and this card. Okay, so if you want to choose from there, go ahead and choose your pile in the timestamps below, and I'll see you in your reading. And otherwise, I'm going to pause for a moment, and then I'm going to go into the pile picking. Okay, so we will continue on. Again, this is a day with Abundant Joy Tarot, and we are pulling the cards for the readings for day 2 of the 222 journey readings that we're doing. And this is going to be for pile 1. I'm going to pull one of these cards for each pile. Oops. There we go. Pile 2 and pile 3. And sometimes when we do the pile picking, an additional message comes up in the pile picking if the cards are kind of throwing in a certain way, and sometimes it's just a straightforward pick. So those are those terms. And then now we're going to pull the oracle cards for these readings, and we're going to pull one card from the Sacred Forest Oracle. One card from the Sacred Forest, and Spirit can show me which card does pile 1 need for this reading. Oops. So it's 1, 2, and looks like that is going to be 3. Okay, and then we're going to pull one card from the Cosmic Oracle. It's one of my favorite oracle. It's going to be for 1, and looks like that's going to be for 2, and 1 here for 3. One card, there we go, for 3. All right, so those are the oracle cards, and then all we're just going to pull now is 2 cards for the tarot. We're going to be using the Awaken Tarot for these readings, and I have 2 cards, for each. Okay, so if we could get 2 tarot cards for pile 1. I feel like it's this one. There we go. And two. So, and let's pull 2 cards for pile 2. Oh, looks like that's, is that, I think y'all got 3. Oh no, there's 4 there. I'm going to keep them. I feel like those are right. So, pile 2 has got some hefty cards there. And then we'll pull 2 cards for pile 3. There's 1. Oh, there we go. And 2. All right, so that is going to be the set here. So I'm going to arrange these here. Actually, I'll read this one last. Okay, and so these will be your readings. This will be your pile 4. Pile 1 with the opal. It's your set of cards. And this pile 2 has got a lot of tarot. I'm interested to see what's going to come up there. This is your set of cards for pile 2. And you have the Tiger's Eye, one of my favorites. And this is going to be the set of cards for pile 3. It has this lovely blue lapis. All right, those are our cards. Thank you so much for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. Again, this is a day. You can go to the timestamps and pick which one of these piles that you would like to have your reading from today. We will be exploring what your spirit guides and guardian angels want you to discover right now at this time, and or what you need to know. I look forward to doing the reading for you, and I will see you soon. Please, if you are enjoying the videos that I'm giving, I'm new to YouTube, if you would please share, subscribe, and like the video, it would be wonderful. It'd be great to have you in the community. I'll see you in your readings. Hello and welcome back to Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and we are continuing with these the set of 6-day readings where we're investigating what do your spirit guides and angels want you to discover, what do they want you to know. So this is just sort of the quick, the 2 readings. And so if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. This was the opal crystal, and this was the card that you chose. All right, so let's get started. So the card that you chose was, I will persist. My will is strong. Ache. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so that's your first card. And then let's see what else we have here. Love to the moon and back. Okay, so what is coming across to me very clearly almost immediately here is that there's sort of a balance here that I'm hearing that your guides want you to work with and deal with, and that is your will is not a bad thing. It's a very good thing. Your will is strong, but you may sometimes having a strong will can conflict with having a beautiful open heart. Okay, because this is saying love to the moon and back. That means like just love with the vastness of the cosmos, right? And so what I'm hearing is that you need to make sure that you're finding the balance. All of you beautiful souls that chose pile number 1, you're finding the balance between standing your ground and opening your heart to the people, situations, opportunities, projects around you. Okay, so be sure that your will is on the light side, if you will, not in terms of not heavy, but in light as opposed to darkness, right? So that your will is coming from a place of being grounded, being strong, knowing who you are, making strong decisions. All of those things are really beautiful aspects of the will, okay? And that they actually will balance well with with the sense of having an open heart. Okay, so as I said, we were doing a 2-2-2, so we did sort of 2 affirmations, and then we're going to look at your 2 tarot cards that were pulled. Wonderful. So we have the High Priestess. Hoping you can see that well. And we have the Five of Swords. So again, I'm saying this duality here. So the Five of Swords is really talking about a conflict. The swords represent sort of like mental thoughts, ideas. So you could be, I'm sort of thinking like that this could possibly be in a workplace scenario, but it also could be in a relationship. So whatever your situation is, that's top of mind. So again, these readings are what do your spirit guides want you to know right now, and so they're going to probably address that situation that's really top of mind for you, and it could be a myriad of situations. So, take the messages as they resonate with you. But I think in terms of what a message is for you is that be mindful of conflicts that might be around you. And the other thing that I'm really getting from this card is that, which I think ties back to this idea of having a strong will, to make sure that any battles that you're in right now make sense. Okay, that you're not just in a conflict out of a battle of wills, two rams coming together and clashing just because there's a battle of wills, but that if you are actually in conflict about something, it's about something that is of value to you, something that you're standing for, something that you really believe in. Oftentimes we find ourselves in a conflict that actually we don't even, if our will was not in the place, we wouldn't even be in the conflict, because it's really not something that we're holding strong in our set of values, if you will. So this High Priestess next to this conflict really tells me that what you need to do is really lean in. The High Priestess is very strong with intuition, okay? She understands the inner workings of herself, and when she is shown here, she's sort of talking about your inner world and the knowingness that you have within you, right? And I feel like with these two cards together, that your spirit guides are really saying to lean into your inner knowingness so that you can maneuver through any conflicts that you may be having. But I also am hearing very clearly to be clear, make sure that your will or that the conflicts that you're in are not just a battle of wills, because that is really not the best use of your energy at this time. So be sure that if it is a conflict, is something that is grounded, okay? Grounded in what it is that you want and desire for your life in terms of value, okay? The other thing that I want to just kind of lean in and talk about this High Priestess. So the High Priestess is Major Arcana. She is the second in the Major Arcana. And she's a really, really beautiful energy. And so I feel like, and she's very spiritually based. And so I feel like she is representing something here for you in terms of what your guides might be wanting to share with you. So she was really talking about self-awareness, okay? Letting you know that your intuition is your true power. So with this being in conjunction with this card, this first card that you pulled and the one that you chose your pile on, it's really letting me know that to understand that when you feel like you're in a battle of will, and sometimes our battle with will can actually, what I'm hearing is that the battle of will can be against yourself. This conflict could be an internal conflict that you're dealing with. It doesn't necessarily have to be an outside opponent. We see opponents here, but it's just interesting to me that this one is always like kind of in shadow here, right? So it's almost like it's more of an idea, a concept, rather than an actual physical being. It's walking away from, the energy is sort of going away from you. Okay, so it could be that your conflict that you're dealing with right now is an internal conflict and has to do with your mindset, okay? And if that is the case, and even if it's not, even if it's a physical conflict, what your spirits are saying is that you want to lean onto your knowledge, You want to understand that the greater knowledge that you have of your inner self, of who you are. And also tap into this moon kind of really reminds me that you need to also kind of lean in and tap in a little bit to your feelings. How are you truly feeling? Like when you find yourself in sort of some sort of conflict, whether it be an internal conflict or an external conflict, allow yourself a moment to drop into your feelings, to make sure that you're being clear about what is true for you in the moment, okay? The high priestess has access to all of the answers within. All right. So the answers to your conflicts right now are within, is what your spirit guides are really trying to express here. Okay, actually, this is going to be the final card that we pull. So these are your oracle cards. And we'll just put both of them out. Let's see if you can, well, I don't know if you can actually see that. So we'll put this one up here and this one down here. I'll lift it up when we get, there we go. Okay, so interesting. So actually, I'm going to look at these together, okay? Because one card here is your shadow self, okay? So you have your shadow. We all have a shadow self, and this is the place where we are in some ways unhealed, okay? Some emotions in which we're carrying. Oftentimes, we will respond out of the shadow. So for instance, we can be in a situation where we're in relationship with someone, and we respond in an angry way to something that seems quite simple, right? But the feelings that you have are very, very deep, and you're responding from a place of shadow because there is something that is unhealed that is showing up in the current space. And so I feel like your guides are really, in this card right here, really speaking to make sure that you are paying attention to your shadows. Make sure that you're looking at any unhealed feelings that you have not been able to fully resolve, and that you're digging into finding ways to heal that shadow. And part of the reason for that is what I'm seeing here. So water often represents sort of feelings, right? So these two oracle cards in connection with each other are actually quite beautiful. I feel like your spirits are saying very clearly, look at your shadow, do some work around your shadow and resolving some unhealed feelings so that your emotions and your feelings can come through freely. You've got these butterflies in here, and butterflies sort of always represent a transformation of some kind, a death to the shadow in this situation, and a renewal into your true feelings. All right. The rainbow is often seen, viewed to be rare, right? They're beautiful aspects that we see. If we look at it scientifically, we know how they occur, but they still feel like they're magical, right? When they occur. And this card is talking about miracles. So your spirit guides are saying, expect a miracle. Often, and the other thing about this card, I love this card actually, I'm sinking into it a little bit more, is that the other thing about this card is it's talking about everyday miracles. A lot of times people, when we talk about miracles, well, miracles can only be something huge, something gigantic. But if you think about the miracles that we deal with every day, the fact that you breathe every day, the fact that your heart is beating when you're not even thinking about it, the fact that your body is functioning when you're not even thinking about it, you're working or reading or, dancing or whatever you're doing, and all of the organs and functions of your body are actually working flawlessly. That in itself is a miracle. Little things like that, the way that things grow around us are miracles. The way that the sky opens up and pours out rain down on us. All of these things are, phenomenon, if you will. And of course, many of them can be explained by science, but they are miracle aspects of our lives. And so your spirit guides are asking you to pay attention to the everyday miracles that are happening in your life. The other thing that is just a universal truth is that the more you acknowledge and speak to and celebrate the small miracles in your life, trust and believe that more and more miracles will pop into your life. And I feel like your guides are saying, please, beloved, take time to acknowledge and be thankful for the small miracles that you see in your life, because there is a transformation happening, and actually even larger miracles are going to be coming into your life. In regards to your shadow, you have to learn to face your own shadows, because you will continue to see them in others Because really all the shadow is a reflection of what is happening on the inside. And what happens is our shadow becomes the reflection of what is inside and it begins to show on our outside. So what we see in the outside world is actually just a reflection of what is going in on the inside. And it's kind of hard to take that in sometimes because you're like, no, wait a minute. I actually feel a lot better than I do on the inside. But trust and believe that if you are out somewhere, you're at your job and you come home and you walk in, you sit down and you're disturbed in some way, maybe because of a comment that somebody said, or you're off kilter in some way because of something that occurred in your day, right? That is your inner world. You're no longer in the outer world, but your inner world is still working its work around you. And that's when you have a moment, you have an opportunity, because the good news is you have control over your inner world. So in that moment, you can say, nope, I am going to get up and listen to something amazing. I'm going to cook if that's what brings you joy. I'm going to eat a bite of ice cream. I'm going to look at a video that makes me laugh, whatever it may be. But you have an opportunity. You always have an opportunity to change your inner world and therefore change your outer world. So beautiful souls who chose pile number 1, those are kind of the images. Those are the advices and things that I'm seeing from you, from your angels and guardian spirits in this sort of quick reading. Just to kind of recap quickly, looking at balancing your will and your persistence with living with an open heart and loving to the moon and back. Be mindful of your conflicts. Be sure that your will is not overriding your conflict, and that you're using your intuition to actually give you the right answer, because all of the answers that you need are inside, and your intuition will allow you to tap into that. Will also allow you to navigate any either internal or external conflicts you have. Continue to try to work on the things that are your shadow self, so that the inner world can better reflect what you want to see in your outer world. And then finally, trust and believe that miracles are happening every day. And on top of that, you've actually pulled a card which lets you know that even larger miracles are coming for you. And this is a beautiful reading. So I'll see you again, pile 1. Thank you so much for tapping into the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and I'll see you next time. Have a joyful day. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. Okay, so if you chose the Tiger Eye and this card here, this is your reading. And again, we are talking about what do your angels and spirit guides have to say to you? What do they want you to discover? And this is the Abundant Joy Tarot, and this is Ade. So let's jump into it. We've got a quick 222 reading here. And the card that you pulled was, I accept renewal and delight in fresh starts. The new moon, which is interesting. We literally are just had the new moon. So that's a beautiful card. I accept renewal. So this is letting me know that your guides are telling you that, you may have been in a place where things have felt a little stagnant, or maybe not moving at the pace that you wanted to move them. And it's saying that renewal is coming in. So be ready to get a fresh start. Oh, wow. So we got the new moon and the full moon. So this may be talking also about a full cycle, because we did just begin a new cycle of the moon, from the new moon to the full moon. So it may be that if it's something that you're dealing with right now is going to be moving through the full cycle. But the card says, protect your energy and hold your stars close. Protect your energy and hold your stars close. So I feel like through the cycle of the new moon, from the new moon to the full moon, is the kind of the time frame in which we're dealing with here, and from your angel or spirit guides. All right. So what we're seeing here. Oh, so tilted the camera a little bit there. All right. So let's dig into your tarot cards. Now this group actually had 4 cards. I was only pulling two, but this 4 cards fell out. So let's see what we got here. So we've got the King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is great. Temperance. Lovely, lovely energy, pile number 2. And the Page of Swords. Okay, all right, yeah. So as I was saying before, looking into this idea of renewal or delight and fresh start. So that to me feels like it aligns well with the Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords is like almost fast moving, but maybe not as fast moving, but a quick moving messenger about ideas and thoughts and movements of some kind. Okay, so it really feels like he can be the harbinger, if you will, of a fresh start. Not as strong maybe as the ace, but definitely the page is that young energy of coming in with a freshness, a newness, and moving at a new speed. So if there's an idea that you're dealing with, or even if you're in a connection of some kind, there's a newness, there's a speed that's coming in, a sort of newness of this. Now, you've got the Temperance. Now, this is a beautiful card. It is all about, he is the owner of balance, okay? He's kind of like balancing these two cups and allowing the energy to flow. He is a harmonious energy. He or she is a harmonious energy. Really, really beautiful energy to have into your reading. And to me, it says that your spirit guides are saying that your contentment, okay, your contentment is, or your happiness, your joy is going to come from balance. So they're encouraging you to look for the ways that you find balance within your life right now, okay, or balance within the situation that is heavy in mind that you're kind of thinking of as you approach this reading, whether it be a connection with someone else, or whether it be in your career or a project that you're doing, or in your family. It's all about harmony and balance, okay? His message is one of peace and tranquility. Okay, so his presence is often enough to calm any chaotic situation. So if you're feeling like there's any chaos in your situation, his energy is one that can bring that calming energy. I'm kind of getting actually that you may be the individual that kind of holds some of this energy, pile number 2. So if so, your spirit guides are asking you to tap into that energy within yourself that is able to kind of peacefully bring balance to situations. They're encouraging you to do that. They're also saying that if that is not your strong point, that they are there to help guide you into that place, okay? Because the good news and the exciting news is, wow, these two cards together, the King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, okay? These are like, yes, like really, really beautiful cards. The Wheel of Fortune is always talking about sort of that wheel of life, but it's the Wheel of Fortune. So it's moving luck is moving in your direction. So wherever you have felt stale or not moving forward in some way, or even really felt a sense of loss or grief of any kind, this card is the harbinger of your luck is changing. Things are coming into the fruition. And with this Page of Swords energy in here too, that lets me know that it's moving in fairly quickly. And then with these cards that we've got above here with the new moon and the full moon, it's really letting me know that it may be within the cycle of a moon, and within a moon cycle, which I think is about 30 days. Don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure. But it's about that long between whatever the time is between the new moon and the full moon. That is where you're going to be able to see some things really shift in the situation that's top of mind for you. The other thing is that this King of Pentacles is like, yes, yes, yes. The King of Pentacles is a very stable, abundant energy. He is worked really hard to achieve everything that he's gotten. He's come to the pinnacle, if you will, of his life. He's the last card in the Pentacles, and he's sort of at the top of the hill, right? He's sitting in his throne. He's like got the castle there. He's surrounded by abundance and fruit and beauty and glory. He's got his gold coin. Like, he has everything that he needs. So this energy can also be one that is very is able to be generous because they really have everything that they need. And so to me, and your spirit guides are really speaking of a time that is coming into fruition. They're telling you, beloveds, that your luck is going to change in a good direction. And not only that, but there's a level of abundance that's going to be coming into your life or into this situation that will allow it to have found a good foundation. He's also a very stable and slow energy. So it's just very, it goes very well actually with the temperance, because it's very balanced in that way. Okay. But his abundance is the type of abundance that is not fleeting, right? It's not like it comes in quickly and then it's gone, right? It's a stable abundance that has grown over time, that is there to stay. It's there to stay. Really nice energies. Pile number 2, really, really, really great. So I feel like your guides are really encouraging you to continue to see keep balance, to find the balance, and trust and believe that your luck is turning, and that really good, wonderful. I mean, it's more than good. It's great. It's like the King of Pentacles is like fantastic. Like it's wonderful. Like really, really like great, great abundance coming into your life. It's definitely something to be joyful about. Wow. Okay. So the oracle card that you got is chaos. And so we've been talking about chaos a little bit here, and you've got this balance of the temperance. But what's interesting about this card here is, you know, a lot of times when people think of chaos, they think of chaos as being a bad thing. But this card is actually saying, you notice here, like, it's kind of like a God, like, you know, Father Christmas or whatever kind of image that you've got here, that is like, there's this lightning that's coming in, and it's really like saying, it's speaking to the fact that chaos can be an activator, a creative activator, actually. Sometimes when there's chaos in our lives, we have no choice but to come up with creative solutions, right? We have no choice but to think outside the box and do something maybe quicker than we would do it, do something a little bit more innovative, you know, kind of like that MacGyver. MacGyver, is that the dude who like got a lot of different things and put it together and like created bombs and things like that? Whatever. But the idea is that you're able to think about how to maneuver or solve something in your life in a creative way, and that the chaos in your life is like an energy, and it is an activator to move you forward in a creative way. Okay. But then the other good thing about your reading, pile number 2, is that you've got this temperance energy in here. And so while it's saying that to take heed of the chaos, and understand that the chaos that you might be experiencing in your life can also be leveraged as an activator of creative energy. There is also your guides are also saying, but we've got you. Like, but there is this balance, right? There is this sense of temperance, of harmony that is going to come into place. Okay. You've got a fresh start. You know, they're saying a fresh start is coming, beloved. If you're feeling like you're in chaos right now, trust and believe that the chaos is actually a harbinger, if you will, of something new. Okay. Of something new. That's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And then your final card is, wow. I don't know if you guys can see that, this image. This is Mother Earth. Wow. Really, I feel like your angel guides are really, they're asking you to kind of lean into those things that are natural around you. That the natural energy is one is going to help you to bring about, I'll keep going back to this temperance energy, because I feel like this is kind of like in every way, sometimes our guides are trying to give us keys, right? Or clues, little keys to use when we come into a difficult situation as we're going around in our lives. And I feel like right now for you in this reading for pile number 2, your key right now is temperance. Your key is harmony and balance, and finding that space within you so that you can start fresh. And one of the ways that you can find balance and temperance is through your connection with the natural, right? Mother Earth, your connection to the natural. This is a really gorgeous card. I'm going to read the quote that's in here because I love it so much. It is the Deepak Chopra quote, and it says, "The trees are our lungs, the rivers our circulation, the air our breath, and the earth our body." And so in connecting with the earth, we're also connecting to ourselves, right? We're connecting deeper to our own bodies. All right. So it's saying very clearly, like, your heart is open, beloved souls that chose pile number 2. Your intentions are pure. All right. So know that you're being guided and nurtured by Mother Earth herself. She embraces you with her beauty and wisdom in all that you do. She reminds you of your light through the illuminating stars, your beauty through her flowers, your sacred knowledge and balance through her trees. Nature guides you in every facet of your life. This is really beautiful. And it's really, I feel like, in this reading here, this card is calling out and saying that you are in love, okay? That you are also an earth guardian. And as you are moving in whatever situation that you're dealing with, there's so much abundance in this reading. So much, I'm like really seeing so much like earth abundance, between the Temperance card, the King of Pentacles, surrounded by all of this earth abundance, even in the Chaos card, like, different seasons of sort of abundance of the earth. And so I feel like you really are being asked to sort of lean into that Mother Earth energy, that balancing energy, to be your key right now to maneuver through any situation that you might be dealing with, pile number 2. I hope that this quick reading gave you some insight into how you might be able to maneuver right now in these quick 222 readings that we're doing. I think that this is a beautiful reading. And I hope that you have a beautiful and joyful day, and take some time to tap into the natural world so that you can rejuvenate your spirit and energy. Thanks so much for joining me. This is Ade at the Abundant Joy Tarot, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade. If you chose the blue Lapis stone and this card here, this is your pile number 3. Again, we are looking into what do your spirit guides and angels want you to discover? What do they want you to know? Wow. So this card that you, and I haven't even looked into it, but I just noticed like this little person here sitting here looking at the moon. When I think of the moon is very much about feelings. She's just sort of like gazing at this beautiful moon. I have, having grown up in the South and been a little bit country, I have been able to sit and just stare at the moon and the stars. And there's sort of not only an openness or vastness of sitting underneath an open sky of star and moon, but there's also it's reminiscent, if you will, of the openness and vastness within you as a soul. So beautiful souls number 3, this is your first card. It is, I seek truth and act upon my realizations. That is beautiful. So, something that I had recently said is, what has been seen cannot be unseen, right? So when we know the truth about something, the challenging part is that we have to act. We have to act upon those realizations. If we know something is true, in order to stay within our integrity, we've got to act in a way with an understanding of that new truth, whatever it may be. So you may be in a situation right now where you are getting some new truths in your life. Because if you seek, you shall find, right? So if you're seeking truth, you may find truth. And sometimes when you find the truth, that can be a little bit challenging. But I think your spirit guides are saying, that this is the path that is for you, to seek truth and then act upon it. And understand that if it's difficult for you to shift the way that you behave in some way to be in alignment with your truths, that your spirit guides are there to support you in doing that. The other card that you pulled was Nucleus. The power within stars is the power within you. And that's proven actually, that we are but stardust, and that some of the same materials in stars is actually in us as human beings. So that's a beautiful thing, not only on like just the pure scientific physical level, but it's a beautiful thing on a metaphysical level in terms of like what you're actually experiencing. You know, what the power that you actually have within you. We do not even fully understand the depth of our own power, the way that we are able to literally shift our world, shift the air around us and shift our worlds around us through the power of our thought and our actions and our intentions. And so, yeah, I feel like your spirit guides are just kind of sending you a reminder that you are, you beautiful souls that chose pile number 3, powerful, really powerful. And you have the power of the stars within you. Let's look quickly at your tarot cards. So you've got the 4 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is a good reminder. I'll talk about this 4 of Cups, but this fact that you are powerful is a good reminder for the energy of the 4 of Cups. Okay. And then wow, look at that. Look at that balance. The Knight of Swords. These are almost like opposing opposites in some way. And so it really tells me very clearly that your spirit guides are telling you something about what you need to do around this 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups, this energy is sort of a stagnant energy. It's a feeling of that, like your life is standing still, like everything, the wheels are turning, but nothing's moving. You ain't going nowhere. And you're almost at a place. One of the decks I have, the girl says over it. It says over it on her shirt, because you're kind of at a place where it's like you're sort of frustrated, right? But that's because you're focusing in the wrong area. Okay, so beautiful souls, you may be focusing on the things, you may have had a recent loss or disappointment of some kind, and you're putting your attention and energy in that. Understand that where you put your attention and where you put your focus is what you then continue to create in your life. Okay, so yes, it's okay to feel disappointment. It's okay to feel loss. It's okay to feel stagnant. Those are all human things that we do. But don't allow yourself to wallow in that. Okay? Don't allow yourself to wallow in that space. Instead, turn your attention, as she should turn her attention, to the cup that is being held by a divine hand, if you will, in the spirit, and saying, look what's here. Like, look what you actually have, right? Focus your attention on that and watch it multiply. Okay, watch it multiply. And the reason why I was saying that this is really interesting, that it's right there with the Knight of Swords. Okay, it's because the Knight of Swords keeps moving forward no matter what. Like it's like, I'm full speed ahead. Look, I mean, he's got the holler on. He's like, I'm moving forward. He's on his horse. The horse is like stressed and moving forward. He's moving so fast that the wind of the trees, it's causing the trees to lean in a certain direction, right? So he is in movement, as opposed to this card where you're sort of sitting there and feeling stagnant and lethargic and not really wanting to move forward. But the Knight of Swords is saying, you got to move. He is ready for action. Okay. And it may take risks without considering the consequences. So that's the one thing that could be challenging about him, is you need to make sure that you're taking calculated risks. But it's also an energy that you need to go ahead and move forward. The key is to find the balance between taking risks and protecting yourself. Okay. So it's like your balance, beautiful pile 3 souls, is kind of right in the middle of these cups. The balance between what is stagnant for you right now, this sort of non-movement, instead of being there and sort of frustrated with your hands folded, begin to loosen that up and think about, what do I need to do? What do I need to clear out of the way so that I can move full speed ahead toward my dreams? If you're thinking about a particular situation right now, whether or not that be a connection or whether or not that be a project or something with your family, whatever it may be, your spirit guides are really saying, beloved, look at what you have, focus on what you have, and then get up out of your seated position here, get on your horse, and let's get moving. Get moving, take action toward something that you need to do. Sometimes if we feel in this place of stagnation, one thing that you can do is choose one action that you can take that is going to move things forward. What is one thing that you can do right now? As soon as you click off of this reading, what is one thing that you can do immediately, whether that's to pick up the phone, call someone, whether that's to write a note, whether that is to go to the store and pick something up that you need for a project that you need. One thing that you can do, decide what that action is and just do it. Just get up and do it. Take out the trash, whatever it might be. Just one action is going to move you out of a space of stagnation. Okay. That is what I'm encouraging you to do and hearing that you need to do. Let's look at your oracle cards that we have here. Oh, wow. This is one of my favorite cards. This is the growth card. We'll talk about that in just a moment. And then you've got, you've got the emotions card. Okay, I don't know where this is best. Here we go. Over here. Okay. So let's talk about this. Growth and emotions. So the emotions card is your spirit guides, this card saying to you, it is time to release held, pent up emotions that you've been holding. So whether it's in regards to a specific situation that you're thinking about, whether it be a connection, a job, a project, just some state that you're in within your life right now. Okay. It's really saying your guides are saying, oh, we need you to release. You need to release those emotions. And you can do that by finding a safe place to release them, finding a safe person in your life that you can release. If you feel sad, cry. If you feel angry, be angry. If you feel joyful, dance around the house or dance outside or do something that brings you joy, okay? And find another soul or friend that you can lean on during that time to release those emotions. Okay, it's really important that this is a very strong message here because it's in the oracle cards. And so it's almost like I usually pull this card last and speak to this card last. So it tells me that your spirits are really wanting you to release suppressed emotions. Take the time to turn the emotions that you're feeling into something that is positive and constructive. And the only way we can do that is if we really, really feel the feelings, okay? Allow emotions to flow. Acknowledge and truly feel what you are feeling, whatever it may be. Anger, joy, sadness, okay? Observe the emotions that are being released and ask yourself where these reactions and emotions come from. If they're coming from past memories and experiences, they may be overlaying your current situation and causing your current situation to have a different vibe on it than it really needs to have because you're carrying in these other emotions. That's why it's important for you to acknowledge them, understand what they are, and release them. Okay, so that you can really have the abundance that needs to come out of whatever situation that you're dealing with. Channeling these emotions in a positive and constructive way rather than ignoring them allows you to free yourself. Okay, loves, you want to be free. You want to be free. And the only way you can do that is actually to move through emotions. Emotions are actually energy in motion. I heard someone, I think it was another tarot reader on here. Was it Moon Magic? There's a woman, Moon Magic Tarot. I watch her a lot, and she was a therapist at one point, and she speaks of emotions being energy in motion. And I think that's such a beautiful way of looking at it because that's really what it is. But if you don't allow the emotion to be in motion, it doesn't actually move through you. Okay. And this card is really telling you, loves, to dip into your emotions and allow your emotions to be free. The prayer here is to please allow those souls who chose pile number 3 to guide them, Spirit, through this process of cleansing and releasing with love. Okay. If you work at all with chakras, you want to look into your sacral chakra and do some work there to kind of help you to open up and release those emotions. Now, what's wonderful is that I really believe that underneath these emotions, there is growth that is happening. This card here, the toadstools, is talking about growth, and it's really speaking about what I think is amazing and beautiful is the interconnectedness of mushrooms underneath the forest floor. You see all these toadstools here. The things about mushrooms is that there's a lot, they're communicating underneath. They've got like a super highway underneath the forest floor. And oftentimes you don't see anything happening. It's dormant. You could be walking around the forest floor and you don't see a single mushroom. And then all of a sudden, it's covered. It is covered. They're popping up everywhere. It's like there's like a blossoming, a growth that happens. And this card is speaking to that things are brewing underneath the surface right now, and that they will pop up, and there will be an abundance in your life that is overriding your forest floor, if you will. Your forest floor being whatever the situation is or what is happening for you right now. Okay. So this is a beautiful harbinger of good things to come. Transformation. We've still got these, butterflies in there as well. This sort of beautiful golden lit energy that is around her that lets me know that this is like abundance coming in, loves. And I really think in connection with this emotions card, that your spirit guides are asking you to release whatever suppressed, because this is specifically suppressed emotions that you have not allowed yourself to release. Find a safe place to release those emotions. You can write them out sometimes. If you find that you don't have a space, write them out, but allow yourself to actually feel the feelings. And then underneath all of that, there are wonderful things that are brewing under the surface for you, beautiful souls who chose pile number 3. That is a wonderful message. Come out of your feelings of stagnation and get into movement. Do not forget, take an action after you see this, okay? So this is the reading that I have for you today. I hope that you got something out of it that can help you to move forward in some way toward joy and love and abundance in your life. This is the Abundant Joy Tarot. My name is Ade, and I will look forward to seeing you again. If you have liked the readings at all, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will be happy to see you next time around. Have a beautiful, joyful day. Bye-bye.